Live at 5. It's offer review, and Remanx deleted his account. Like, I know he's quit the game before, and people say, oh, he's just gonna come back. No, he deleted his account. He logged in today, and this is what his account was. It's completely gone. This was an account that, my understanding, based on his whale confessions on TDub stream, he spent over $100,000 on this account. He legit quit the game. So I'm sure there's reasons for that. I did talk to him on the phone more than an hour yesterday about this, and I'm expecting to have maybe a YouTube video about why he quit and things like that. I don't know if I can put it to words exactly, and I don't want to put words in his mouth, but he legit deleted his game, which is not an easy process to do, and has to go through an approval, and his account's gone, wiped. Like, there's no coming back. So it is what it is. I just wanted to put that out. Rem deleted his account. Also, Tower went live today, and there is a video from Dorky Dad, and in the comment section, he put in his saved squads for Tower, his Tower squads, which you can load up, and it's pretty easy to use. I put the link in the description and also in the comment section, so you can do it as well. I copied it, and it worked pretty well for me. There's one node one node on Tower that is tricky. A lot of people have been failing. I want to point that out because several people in my chat also failed it. But you'll go down here. When you load it, it should look like this when you click the link. And then you go into manage. And when you hit manage down here, you can hit all, and then you can hit copy. And then from there, you go into your Tower mode. And then right here, you hit all, and then you hit delete. And that'll delete all of them. And then you have to go in here and hit paste, and it'll load everything, and then it'll be done. So that is the process of loading the save squads. And then you have to restart your app. And then when you restart your app, all of these save squads will come preloaded. Now, I did have one node that I ran into a problem with, and it was node 35. So just be careful of this node, because and at least 3 people also said they had a problem with this node. Good players too, like because I was just doing it auto on thing. But if you want to, min max this as much as possible, just keep in mind that node 35, I lost a 100K punch down. So just be careful of that node there. Also, some clarification from Archangel about how the vulnerable mechanic works. Vulnerable can't be resisted when it's an ISO attack, but vulnerable from a character's kit like Cloak and Star-Lord Annihilation, those can be resisted. Also, Rainer vulnerable has to crit to apply the vulnerable. If the target has block, the block negates the crit extra effects like vulnerable. So block means there's no crit. And also, deflect, for that matter, is a 100% chance that the next attack will block. So this also applies to deflect as well. Then there's a new event for Vol, relatively easy event to get through, and I personally experienced this, and I was like, cool, there's G17 Newton pieces, and this person spent 300 energy. I maxed it out, whatever, like the last, you do the first one, then you can do 9 more, and I got nothing. Apparently the drop rates on these are abysmal. 300 energy and got 2 pieces. Anyone else experienced the absolutely abysmal drop rates on these? Yeah, numerous people reported this to me, that the drop rates on the Val event for gear is garbage. It just is. Please vote for your candidates in the Players Council Illuminati. And I feel like there's a lot of skepticism on this movement, and definitely justified and warranted to be skeptical of anything. And largely, if we look back at the other player movements like this that we've had, I've been skeptical of those. I'm a little bit more optimistic about this one here than the ones of the past. So I'm splicing this into the offer review about the player voice movement. They're having direct results right now, today, from the developers. And this is from EvDog. And right here is an actual letter from the development team. So this is moving in the right direction. And I recorded the video, and then this just came out. I was like, my goodness, it's exactly what I said in the video. So I have to go back and look what I recorded. We apologize in advance for multiple pings. We're going to wait until tomorrow. We decided to release this now. Your voices are making a difference. Thanks to the efforts, suggestions, and participation of many of you, the envoys and the players council are excited to able to share another set of updates about things coming to Marvel Strike Force. In particular, the update from Scopely highlights 4 areas of concern we've been working on: character cadence, gold economy updates, Cosmic Crucible leaderboard events. Stay tuned. Keep participating in the player voice movement. We look forward to many more updates in the coming weeks. Character cadence. Scopely is endeavoring to address this from 2 aspects, as you will see in the attached response: character reworks, the pace at which new characters are dropping. Additional item of note here: it is something that is important for everyone to understand as we're working on lots of item to change, improve. The process that a company developing a game here goes through, ranging from initial concept through development to an actual delivery, can take anywhere from a few months to several quarters. So when we go through this process, super important to have a bit of patience as we're impacting things they may not see in game for a period of time. There you go. Gold economy update. Ryan's prior letter brought additional gold to war season reward, but he was clear that this was not the end of help with the ease of gold burden. A new update will be coming. You'll see Strike Pass rewards, both the free and premium option, injecting additional gold. Still working with Scopely in other areas, potential impact, even more relief. Cosmic Crucible. We're bringing agency back to Cosmic Crucible, a game mode that many players have found the most fun. Scopely listened and even took input from many sources of ideas. Creative solution bringing a lot of flexibility. Season 4 coming up. Look forward to more details about these changes in the near future. I think everyone would be super excited about them. Yeah, I saw some of the ideas that they were floating out there, and it is a dramatic shift from season 3 to season 4. I'm personally excited about leaderboard events. Thankfully, we've managed to get somewhat of a pause in the barrage of these activities. As you will see, there were 3 events only in July, with Scopely is working on better strategy going forward. So once again, thanks to all upcoming support, and between everyone's efforts, we are making a difference. And then don't forget to vote on the player council elections currently in progress. And then this is the actual letter from the developers. MSF team is working to adjust character, release carrots, and availability to make a positive impact for a community. This can be complex, as most character development starts just 6 to 8 months before release, so redirecting this low takes time. With that in mind, we are finalizing plans to enable us to commit to better balance of reworks on new teams and a healthier cadence of 6 to 10 days minimum between new character releases. Also wanted to highlight our ongoing internal efforts to make character shards more available within a reasonable time after release, along with additional work for coming with the gold economy in mind. This includes an upcoming revamp of the Strike Pass to bring additional gold. An effort to restore player agency, also taking an opportunity to improve early communication, sharing of what we are working for Cosmic Crucible Season 4. While we cannot share everything, Season 4 rules are meant to be helpful in theory crafted while leveraging global rules to feature teams. Yes, that's exactly what was conveyed to me earlier this week. I made a video about it, and I got to see some of the teams, and like I said, everything was a work in progress, and this is the concept that I saw, and largely it looked good. I don't know what to say. We want to make this feature more open to experimenting with teams while helping Crucible teams retain their value. More details on specific roles will be forthcoming in an official blog. Yeah, they haven't finalized everything, so like a lot of the stuff I saw was work in progress. We felt it was important to share and discuss now with a newly formed player council for feedback. I also want to know, be no gold orb or training orb events in July. Wow. Woo, I like it. While the team reevaluates the strategy around this and leaderboards, which we can highlight in last week's player council meeting, we can now commit to limiting the number of leaderboard-based milestones events planned for July to 3, with an exception of 1. Begins in June and bleeds over. Our leaderboards planned for the months July monthly meta milestone event, while 2 others will be used in milestone events. We thank you for your patience, and we'll continue to working to make positive changes. All right, well, I'm going to try to splice this back into the video and back to offer review. And I do want to comment and say that Scopely is taking this seriously. Something's going on over there, and I don't know whose feathers got ruffled, but they are scrambling and being attentive right now. And This right here is not for people that think it's a waste of time. This is not for people that think that won't be effective. This is not for people that think that Scopely is just trash and nothing good will come from this. There's no downside to this, but if you have any interest in being a part of this, I would recommend getting involved because my hope is that this player council is from a diverse group of people, not just people that have already beat ED6, and but hopefully there are free-to-play players and mid-game players and players that have been playing for the last year, and newer players, and so on, and moderate spenders and light spenders. And because I believe there has been a shift in management, and they're talking to even the envoys more. There was a conference call with Sean Dugan. They're engaging one-on-one with us, and so something has happened over there. So I think that there is a good chance that this could be a positive force in the game, and I don't see anything negative. Speaking of things that probably should be revisited, the old developer team had little or no interest in the slingshot mechanic, which is obviously a bug. I don't think it was their intent to have a slingshot mechanic when they designed the arena game mode. It feels like to me that they copied Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes homework and somehow made it worse with our current arena system. And they tried to pass it off as something that was too hard to fix or never could be fixed. And I'm wondering if this could be something that could be readdressed with this new players council, being that we have new developers and maybe they're more willing to look at these things. I absolutely hate the arena system. Personally, I just don't like the way that the payout system works. I wish there was a system where, you got points for every hour or every minute of time that you held a position, and being in 20th place got less points than being in 10th place. And so every minute that you held a place, you got a certain amount of points. And then at the end of the day, they add up all the points, and whoever has the most points gets first place. That way it's not, you're rewarded for holding a position the longest. I would love if it was a system like that. If you stayed in number one all day long, then you would get the first place. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter where you are in that last 5 seconds, and then you get slingshot from number 1 down to 10 or whatever. It's just a garbage system. I've always hated it. I've complained about it many times, and I wish that this is something that maybe they could address. I feel like I should readdress it myself as well. Scopely removed the ability to hoard mail index while also making the need to hoard worse. Now, I'm skeptical of Scopely and everything they do over there, and I'm not sure that the changes mating to the mailbox system will actually be a net positive to the players as far as rewards if they don't change the way that the events are structured, if the events just get worse and worse. And for me, what is going to determine whether or not I like the way it has played out is largely going to have to do with like the event items for the month-long event, where if you're not able to get the special items with moderate engagement, then they screwed up. Because in the past with hoarding and modern engagement, it was relatively easy to get those event items and to finish the month-long event. But if they turn everything into whalestones, then they're trash and the system's garbage and it's bad for the players. I feel that hoarding was fundamentally flawed and I personally hated it, but I do want to acknowledge that the system with mailbox and hoarding did benefit highly engaged players that were willing to dig through data mines and engage with infographics and talk, on Discord and Reddit and Twitch and Twitter and so on and YouTube. But for casual players, I feel like the mailbox hoard meta was garbage. I hated it. I didn't think it was good at all. But this might not be a good change overall for a lot of free-to-play players, especially, right? Scopely removed the ability to hoard in mailbox while also making the need to hoard worse. This is like at the current events going on right now, and they all have power core overlap, thunderous applause. You can gain points by spending ISO energy, which of course you can refresh using cores. Intergalactic merch booth, earn points by getting merch booth voucher. You get these by running campaign nodes, which you can refresh by using power cores. Intergalactic merch booth part 2, part due. Earn points by donating and gaining alliance credits, and gain more points by donating higher amounts using cores. Also refresh by donations by using cores. And then they talk about, it's hard to get power cores unless you place well in the arena. So this is a topic that I'm keeping my eye on, and I'm going to be critical if the vents aren't tuned correctly to be able to be finished. If they're not events and they're just, you know, spending opportunities and events are not going to be finished by actually playing the game. They're just only going to be finished by spending. Then I'm not going to be a fan of the system. But for me, I want to wait and see. I want to see how it plays out. Also, I've been seeing Kang a lot more in the arena, and his passive does not work on defense. It works on offense. It's just that Kang's a good character. I think Kang is one of the best. I think Kang for me might be more important right now than even Dormammu. Kang is such a good character. Let's get into some offers. And I did not buy these offers, but I got a note from Batwalk here on Twitch chat. He purchased, I believe there were 4 offers, and the total amount of them was $260. So this is Kraken Snacks. I bought all of those offers for $260. 48 orbs, got only 30 G18 pieces. 200k Blue ISO 4, 200k Blue ISO 5 definitely wasn't worth it, at least for me. Yeah, that sounds outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. Now, these are the epitome of anchor pricing, and I feel like they're almost like AI generated, or at a minimum, I feel like when they put these offers, it points to this idea that they don't think that we actually have brains and actually think, and that we're just numbers and stupid people that spend money on mobile games. I feel like some of the people over there probably actually think that we're just numbers to them, and we're not actually people that think and look at this and go like, what are they actually thinking over there? I mean, obviously this is what they call anchor pricing. You know, the purpose of this offer here is to make this offer over here look good, so you buy this offer, but it's trash. Yeah, if you need Kang 65 shards for $30, yeah, do what you got to do. I mean, Kang is worth it. You know, if you need these characters, buy it. But I don't think that they need to insult us by having this garbage offer to add value to this. I just don't like the concept of this. Similar situation here. They're doing the same thing. I don't feel like there's a lot of value added with this gear, like here and here. But that's just my take on it. I wish that it almost feels like they're AI generated offers in some way. I bought this offer right here because I'm doing 1.6 in the raids, and they're very hard. And this was for $20. I was able to take 2 of these 4 characters up another yellow star. So I saw the value in that. And then lastly, we've got Black Panther 1 million, which can be acquired on through a node. You can get a couple shards a day, but if you don't want to farm them every day, you can get $5 for 50 shards. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And as always, thanks for watching. Keep on gaming. Bye for now.